All right. Okay, the next stage we're going to do is fitting of the one large main door for the small garden. So to do that, you're going to need the square drive and also the 25mm countersunk screws. This is the only time you use these screws in the garden for fitting of the hinges. Now, a couple of things to note is you got the 3 hinges along the door at the top, and on the hinge is a lip. Now that lip is going to, when we lift it up, is going to sit up on the top edge of the canopy roof. And you'll notice in the front there are 5 screws at either end and also in the middle, and they are the 5 screws to line up for the hinges. So what we do first is I'll get Steve to jump in the garden. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do this. One, if you've got a little bit of tooling, which makes it easy, and the other way if you haven't. So the first way is just to lift that door up onto the base of the canopy and just simply lean it back towards the roof. And if Steve just pulls the back of those hinges out, it should drop into place. I do tend to just stand back and just sort of make sure the door's evenly spread across the garden, just the same gap sort of left and right. And while Steve holds 2 of those hinges, I'm just going to lift the door up, and I'm just going to make sure or see if the holes have pre-aligned the pre-drilled holes, which they haven't. So what I want to do is I just want to slide it to the right. So you do have to take a bit of a guess at that. Now when you move it, the holes, pre-drilled holes on all the hinges should line up. Now once you've done that, so you've got a couple of options here. One, get a third person in to hold the door up for you, whilst you put at least 2 screws into each hinge. If you don't have that third person, what you can do is just make sure the person on the inside of the garden is holding those hinges tight and lift it up, and using a stick of timber you can hold the door up whilst you now fit 2 screws into each hinge. I'd use a couple of sticks of timber. A better way of doing it, which we'll show you if you happen to have them, and I'll just grab them now, is if you happen to have some clamps. So clamps like this are great, and what you can do is fit a clamp on the inside to clamp the hinge to the canopy roof, and you'd need to do that, or you do need to do that at either end of the garden. Once you've done that and it's clamped on the inside, of course the person in there that was holding them, that doesn't need to do that now. They can come out and lift the door up for you, and it's nice securely held together with the clamps like so, and just put at least 2 screws into each of the hinges. Once you've got at least 2 screws in each, you can remove those clamps if you've got them, or at least now, if you've got your stick of timber, the person holding those hinges can come out and hold the door for you. now that you've got those screws in, but what you do need to do is go and fit the other 3 screws into each hinge. And once you've done that, that's the completion or the fitting of the main front door on the small garden.